Alright, so this is how my magic presents itself while on bed rest with a severely sprained ankle. I consecrate my spirit mat right in my lap, and I am getting a head start on April, the upcoming month. So these are three defining events that will stand out in April. This is me at the beginning of April, and this is me at the end. So I'm making this video because I don't feel like writing down the entire reading, and I can look back on this video and reflect on the month and what it held for me and how I changed from the beginning to the end in retrospect. So here we go. So the first defining factor or event for the upcoming month of April 2019 that I got in my reading is the reverse Two of Pentacles. So let's go to the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook by Kim Krans and see what it has to say. So, the Two of Pentacles is all about balance and change. It signifies inevitable change for the month of April. So, the Pentacle suit relates to earthly possessions. This usually means a new job or financial situation or a move. Even if you fear change, it needs to happen and might even be fun. Face it with the grace of a newly formed butterfly. A world of possibilities balanced on your delicate wings. Okay, so I really don't feel like I'm going to have a change of my job. I did just sign my intent to return at work for the following year. So I'm hoping I don't get moved to like a different grade. I teach pre-K and I was made for pre-K, and I'm hoping I stay in pre-K, although my principal did say that she does like moving people around to get them out of their comfort zone, even though sometimes it makes them cry, because that's how we grow as teachers. And I've worked in other grades and it is not for me, and I hope that the universe knows that I am made for pre-K. So that being said, I'm a little apprehensive, especially since this is reversed. What does the fact that this card is reversed mean? It could mean that I'm out of balance in the way that will make this change happen. Maybe it could be a financial change instead of like a career change. That could be good, but apparently since it's reversed, there's some kind of work that I'm going to need to do to bring that into fruition, the change, whatever it may be. So I will definitely have to reflect on that and find out what I need to do to get this change put back upright. A reverse card usually means that something's out of balance or you need to do some work. It's calling your attention to some kind of blockage that's going to impede the meaning of the card. So we'll think about that. We'll do some meditation on that. So now let's turn over the next card and see what April's second most defining event is going to be. And it is the Hermit. I love the Hermit. So let's go to the guidebook and see what we can find. Alright, so the Hermit is part of the major arcana, whereas the Two of Pentacles is the minor arcana. These are smaller life lessons that are for like a short, in the immediate time frame. And they're not necessarily like life-altering, like life-theme events or concepts or situations. And they can be changed depending on what actions or choices you make. Whereas the major arcana are life events, life lessons that are the theme for your life journey. They really cannot be changed. They will always present themselves to you in one way or another, and they will have a direct effect on your life in the short as well as the long term. And I have to say that definitely the Hermit is one of my life themes, especially as I get older. I am finding that my solitude is sacred. I am becoming more sensitive to the energies of others, and my solitude is how I recharge and reconnect to the divine, and to my higher self. So that is very interesting, that April is going to carry that life lesson. So let's see what the guidebook says. The Hermit is all about solitude and meditation. The idea of being a hermit is not supported in our society, but in the realm of tarot, hermits are highly celebrated and valued creatures. I am definitely a hermit. Through meditation, solitude, and stillness, they bring wisdom to all. When this card appears, it's time to step back from the business of day-to-day life and focus on your inner realm. Become more self-aware. If you're intrigued by meditation, start now. I really do need to solidify my meditation practice and get it on a schedule for my well-being. Spend time by yourself. Your inner fire is ready to be lit, and it will shine for all to see. So I can't help but wonder, it is March 28th, and on March 26th, I sprained my ankle, and I'm on bed rest, and I had been so overwhelmed with life and working in the mundane world and coming home exhausted, not being able to clean my house because my energy's depleted and I don't have time or the energy to put into my magic, and I felt disconnected from myself. And I can't help but wonder if this is the universe's way of knocking me on my feet so I can reprioritize and reground and get caught up on the self-love and the magic that I have not been able to find time for. So I wonder if this painful lesson that the universe is teaching me now is preparing me for this April event, where I'm going to really be in my hermit essence. So I'm curious to see how that plays out in April, and what connections it has to my current bed rest situation. So we shall see. I shall reflect back on this at the end of April, and we will see what wisdom has come. All right, so the third event that is to take place in April is... Oh my goodness, you guys! Okay, this is crazy. Oh my goodness. So the night before I sprained my ankle, I drew the strength card. And it really, I was like, okay, so I'm going to have to carry this strength with me, and be in my strength. And I thought it was like, oh, I'm going to conquer work the next day or what have you. But it turns out that I needed my strength to get through the sprained ankle and the pain that came with it, and trying to find a walking boot, which was impossible, and I really had to lean back on this strength card over these last couple days. So apparently I'm really feeling like these are telling a story. The strength is major arcana as well, and I feel like maybe the sprained ankle forcing me to be the hermit is going to be my strength. I'm going to perfect my strength. My mama always told me that I had inner steel in me that really shone in times of trauma. And so that's really, I feel like that's really, it's all connected. And apparently this theme is going to continue on into April. I'm just hoping that like the sprained ankle is just like the starting point. Like, not that more bad things are going to happen, but that this happened in order to activate my strength, and that the strength that I have regained from this situation I will carry with me through the month of April. So I'm hoping that's how that goes. I will definitely be meditating on what I am learning from this hermit situation and how it is adding to my strength. While I'm bed rest, wearing my walking boot, recuperating through the month of April. And I mean, there's a lot of pressure at work in April. So that's all going to fit together interestingly. So I'll definitely reflect back on this and see how it goes. All right, so this is me at the beginning of April. So it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords, and it's reversed. Whew. Okay, so the butterfly is in a cocoon stage, hanging from the sword. The swords seem to be pointing at the vulnerable butterfly before the transformation while it is resting. Does that have anything to do with my sprained ankle and the hermit phase? I don't know. That's curious, but that definitely does feel like me right now. I am definitely cocooned on bed rest with my sprained ankle. And I have business at work that is being neglected, which could be the swords pointing at me. So let's see what the guidebook says about the 7 of Swords. Hey, silly me, I miscounted. It's not the 7 of Swords, it's the 8 of Swords. And it is all about, being trapped and powerless. That's definitely how I feel on bed rest. That is definitely me at the beginning of April. So I'm surrounded by obstacles and threats on all sides. I find myself the victim. Yeah, but I'm not going to play the victim card too much. Maybe just to get hubby to really spoil me a little, but you know, I'm not going to play it up. I don't like being the martyr, the victim. I see no way out, no available choices. Not true. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna be alright. And work's gonna be okay even though I'm neglecting some duties. But maybe that's why the card was reversed. My perceptions keep me from opening my wings and taking flight. Okay, well maybe I'm not spending my bed rest wisely enough. What keeps me suspended on bed rest? The severely sprained ankle? So, what keeps me suspended here, myself or others? The 8 of Swords demands an answer. I cannot hang here much longer. That's true. I will go crazy. Although I am enjoying the little mini vacation. But I will definitely have to give the 8 of Swords an answer. I'm going to have to do some meditation, and I think it may be telling me not to play it up, not to milk it for all it's worth. Heal, recuperate, take care of myself, and move on. So that's kind of what I'm getting from that reading. So this will be me at the end of April. Ooh, pretty. The 2 of Swords. Whereas before, I was feeling trapped at the beginning of April. with the Eight of Swords. Now we have the Two of Swords. This is beautiful imagery. So I'm excited to see what the guidebook says about that. Well, it doesn't seem as optimistic as I was hoping it was, but that's okay. We can make it optimistic. Every cloud has a silver lining. It says the Two of Swords is blocked vision or stalemate. It depicts two opposing forces that have reached a stalemate. I cannot progress forward with either a relationship or a life decision. There's an answer that's being blocked. Made by choice? Many times this card will indicate you do not wish to face the truth the light will reveal. So I am interested to see how April will bring that about and what the two opposing forces could be. I have some ideas having to do with work and my just recent life's endeavor of being able to balance like the reality, the harsh, like muggle, mundane world, and the responsibilities thereof with just staying in my magic and infusing my magic into everything without neglecting the real life responsibilities. So if that is what this is talking about, then the lesson learned will be very interesting, and I will definitely be my own worst enemy, blocking my own self, because isn't that how it always works out? Like, we are always our biggest blockage. So let's see what April has in store and how these life lessons come into play. I think I will do a reflection video at the end of the month to see how this reading played out. And I would love to see if you would like to do your video response to your own personal April 2019 tarot reading. I would love to see what deck you use. I would love to see what life lessons you're currently working with, if you feel so inclined to share. I'm all about making hashtags recently for my friends to play along with. So if you feel like playing along, let's name this hashtag April Tarot. I mean, super simple and generic. So hashtag April Tarot. So blessed be. Thanks for playing along and letting me make this video for posterity and personal reflection. And I love you. Blessed be. Bye, friends.